Talk about a sense of scale and drama and costness in the Demajen Republic.
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, come, feel its softness.
Clive.
Chocolate sausage, all from greens-fed farm
Jill.
birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
Told you his hood'd prove useful.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Curatives, restoratives,
Look all you like, sir. It's all fresh. Picked this very morning.
Is he?
Unguents, ointments, poultices, harmatives, curatives, restoratives.
What's happened to his brand?
Unguents, ointments, poultices. Might I interest you in a potion, milady? Perhaps a soothing salve to ease the aches of the road? I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments, poultices. Calmatives, curatives.
Huh. 5 years later, what? What? When they said there was a point of no return.
What have we learned?
There's a second time jump.
The bearers are locked up in an old courthouse on the edge of town.
That's why his brand's
How can we
gone.
tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain from this?
He wants his revenge.
I'll have the captives free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them.
He's become the leader, hasn't he? With Cid gone, Clive has become the leader.
Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Cid was.
Oh, is he taken on as a title? Cid lives! I'm Cid von Vonsenberg!
Just don't say I didn't warn you. You're Cid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
We're looking at even more Final Fantasy protagonists now, aren't we?
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe us.
Did people know that there's going to be another time jump? Is this known knowledge?
But you're helping us already.
Yeah, I knew there was a young one because we played him in the demo, and I knew there was the older one, but I didn't know there was an older one.
Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
I wonder whether their relationship has
Quiet, branded scum.
progressed. Hi.
It's going to be all right. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
It's him, the outlaw. Sid's here.
Bzzzt.
Come on.
Do it. Nice heroic music here.
Summon the others. The bearers.
Safe.
And tutorial. Cid's abilities. The power of thunder. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Ramuh's essence. Attuning with Ramuh not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Thunderstorm, which rains down 11 bolts on all nearby allies, enemies even. Very different thing. Knocking them back. Ramuh's iconic feat Blind Justice. There's a turret mode? Can be used to launch a barrage of ball lightning at up to 9 targets determined by locking onto them. The lightning will temporarily remain affixed to a target and can be ignited by striking it.
Cid dies here.
Okay. Nice. It's not a movement ability though, so it's going to completely throw me. Ooh, guard break. At least you get a time slow ability when that happens. Not sure whether I'm a fan of that.
In here. Bring me his head.
Uh-oh. Friends.
How many are there?
A few.
Titan sends his regards.
Yeah, that's going to take some getting used to. Shift back to Oh, I've still got Garuda equips. I thought it was going to be just 2. Interesting, so we've now got 3. Getting warm in here.
Enough of this. Let him play with the kitten.
Uh-oh. Curl time? That's not a curl.
Brought a pet.
What is that? Do. Boss music. Oh, is that a curl?
Pay for what you've done, Cid.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster.
It's a war panther, apparently.
Nice try.
Uh-huh.
Nice try.
That's got a bit of a wind up on it. That was well timed. Okay. Savage. Ow. Oops. That was not what I meant to do. Nice. I'll use this again. Uh-huh.
Too slow.
Oh, damn. that was an accident. I didn't mean to hit that at all. Level up. Wonderful. Level 25. Lightning shard, so we can get a lightningy weapon. They weren't that fast. Gotta watch out for that savage move.
To hell with this.
Yes. 5 years.
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
These guys have survived at least. What's happened in the aftermath of the...
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
Huh.
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
What happens when they don't want to be saved?
Cid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
If you say so.
We should go.
She used to be the one with the idealist. To believe the best in people, but clearly she's become a little bit jaded in the last 5 years. Interesting. So we can't go to... Well, we probably can't go to any of these places because of story lock. Let's see what's become of the Hideaway. What's left of the Central Storm? This is not the Hideaway.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Cid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path.
Water's nice in the background.
I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy.
But at what cost?
I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Ride's over, lovebirds. Home sweet home.
The Hideaway Mark II. That's an airship. That is an airship. So when Titan brought everything down, did it just reveal that which was underneath? Which wasn't destroyed? Home, sweet home.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
Right. We shall save the game. And take a look around Home Sweet Home. Next time. I've no idea how many chapters. Oh. Let's take a quick look at Ramu's tree. Create a ball of lightning that upon being struck chains lightning to other nearby enemies. Good for stagger. Or judgment bolt, which is high damage, high stagger. Or there's that. Yes, I'm going to have a play around with these off camera. What was I actually asking? Oh, yes. Can we see... Yeah, so I think this was where we started. And then we went through Buried Memories. The Meaning of Life. Righting Wrongs. And then, yes. The Crystal's Curse, Cid the Outlaw. I like the fact that it keeps a record of all these things because it makes pulling up the titles for these videos a little bit easier. But I've lost track of how much I've actually recorded in this one. There was a lot. There was a lot there. But I suspect that this is still the kind of second act. And I suspect it probably will be until we fight Titan, I'd a guess. But what I'm most intrigued about is what are the consequences for Sam Breck. Which... Established under the leadership of Clive Rossfield, who took on the title of Cid after the former leader's passing and Titan's destruction of the old Hideaway. Here a community of like-minded individuals from across the realm has gathered to build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within fallen ruins deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the centre of a lake, Benumir, across whose waters any invading enemies can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Well, that is somewhat sensible, isn't it? In the 5 years since the fall of Drake's head and the death of his mentor, he and Jill have strived to continue Cid's legacy, the light of Ramu forever in his heart. Home, sweet home. There was a lot there. Ultima is the prime antagonist. Did Clive get to talk to Joshua? Are we going to have flashbacks to that time 5 years ago in the aftermath? Was the time jump a known thing? Yeah, with this second time jump, did we know that there was going to be a a young Clive and an older Clive and an older Clive? Was that something that people knew about? Because again, I muted everything to do with this game pretty much until the demo came out. So, and the demo obviously didn't give any clues or hints as to this. Lots of surprises in that. Cid's dying was not one of them. I called that us getting Cid's power. Called that as well. Not a huge surprise. Kind of part of... I don't want to say the word formula because people think I'm being critical. If people think I'm calling it formulaic as if formulaic is a negative thing. No. Having a formula gives players some kind of measure of standard and quality of what to expect. Formulas aren't always a bad thing. We'll see, yeah, what has become of this place. I'm hoping we get a little bit more about what's happened in between. I did like the fact that the boatman called them lovebirds, so it gives me hope that Jill has finally had her way with dumbass Clive. Hello one and all, welcome back to Home Sweet Home, or the new Home Sweet Home. It's been almost 24 hours since I last played some of this because I've been editing together a good chunk of the footage, and I say editing as I tend to with the loosest possible definition of editing. But as I was waiting for some videos to render, I had a horrible thought because I was faffing around with my YouTube bits and pieces and coming up with thumbnails and ideas for how to do the titles and stuff because I haven't released any of this yet. And my Final Fantasy 15 stuff came up there as well, and it gave me a flash of not fear but worry. One of my biggest issues / critiques with Final Fantasy 15 was how badly they treated Luna in terms of her relationship with Noctis. And if Clive is this Blue Mage style chosen one who inherits all the icons, does that mean that Jill's going to die as well? At some point during this story, are they going to have Jill sacrifice herself, or is she going to die in battle, or... No, is the protagonist going to end up alone? And that's always a worry when you've got a nice kind of pairing like these guys. I don't necessarily want that to happen, but this is very much a tragedy. It's a tragic story all the way through. All of the hallmarks of tragedy are here, and therefore... Hi.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosnus. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Yeah. So, we're in the future. 5 years in the future. Wasn't it? Was it 5 years? I think it was 5 years. So what kind of state?
It's Cid.
Staying long this time?
Yes, the fact that they all call us Cids now is interesting. Lucan Lark's tongue. Orchestrions there. Mab.
No, perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make
Come
a
on.
new one.
You're here.
Is it
Hello.
business or pleasure?
Ask about the past 5 years. Interesting. Not voice. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time flies.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
We're all waiting to treat Cid to a hero's welcome when Cook Kozlok turned up. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere there was, and a voice crying out for Cid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Interesting that only some of this is voice. Mind you, voice acting is expensive. I mean, it gives you a tick if you've asked it.
We won't hear me complaining.
Oh, it's roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter. Let's to you lot fighting the good fight. Plenty of demand for more
The only
wares.
drawback.
The constant bloody rackets.
Still.
Coin purse weighing you down.
Anything you got to sell? Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. New things here. Ooh. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. That's quite nice. Increases limit break generation amount by 3%. Increases limit break generation amount by 6% while taking damage, 3% while dealing damage. Increases gil oil earned by 35%. XP earned by 15%. AP earned.
It'd better all be here.
Equipped straight away. XP earned by 15%. That's better than the one we've got, isn't it?
Blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Oh, sorry, Cowan.
Don't just stand there, go.
I meant to... Have we got any... Sell all the valuables. Yes, that is all. Stop being greedy. Right. Here. So. XP earned. Healing potency. Interesting. It puts them into the first slots. So we've got AP and XP. Plus healing potion potency. So we don't have any... Don't really have any battle buffs. But, you know, I am really tempted to try the Ring of Timely Assistance. Yeah, 10% for that. So the pre-order item, it's been... I don't even know how long we are into... How far we are into the game. It's a chunk at this point. But yes, more AP generated. Yes, please. Blackthorn, anything new?
What do you need? What's saying fortune, dear?
Right. Interesting. To get Levin bolts, we need to upgrade from the Flame Tongue.
Should last you a good while.
No new accessories. Reinforce. Yes, it looks like we can only reinforce the crafted blades. We can't reinforce the... Can't reinforce the ones that we've acquired on the way. Let's do here. Wall of Memories. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid, this crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. So we've got a wall of trophies, essentially, that we can find on our journey. I wonder if they are going to be out of the way things to find, or whether they are things that we are naturally going to find as we go. It's a nice view. Frosty mountains and a tranquil sea. Right, let's continue onwards with the main quest. One other thing that I've noticed... Oh no, there's Nuretis stone here as well. It's got new bits and pieces. Has it got the fourth category filled out yet? It does not. I'm really intrigued as to what that is. Right, let's go and find Otto. Yes, I noticed whilst I was editing together the dungeon stuff when we went down and to the mural. There's the Moogle. I did a lot of side quests in that episode.
I can feel it.
And I feel like maybe I could have trimmed it down a bit further if I hadn't meandered as much. Hunts. Hunts board. There's going to be hunts, isn't there? Great. More enemies that you can see me fail miserably at the combat at.
Adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the force he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
The Republican army.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
The map room. Learning about
Can't work
this.
that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
No bad
This is
places
where
to.
she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Who? Who is she? Well, we know she's Vivian, but that's about all we know so far. Vivian.
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck
It's
alone.
not due to my skill in battle,
One might
is
say
it?
the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm?
Yes, please.
To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
5 years. Flashback? Cutscene to fill us in on what's happened since.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures.
Yeah, the Blight is
But Odin would
infesting
sooner pawn
everything.
his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor.
Yeah.
A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world.
Yes, because it's
Certainly, there is no better place to stage
smack
an
bang in
army.
the centre of the continent.
From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the twins.
The twins are the two.
The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation,
Which we knew they were going to do
it's
because
only
we
a
saw
matter
the
of time before
Emperor
others reply
decrees.
in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran.
Yaran.
Who will be left standing, I wonder,
That's the
when
iron.
the last drop of
Yeah.
blood is spilled?
So we've got 3 main forces and then the Iron Kingdom
You were
who have
born
less land
outside.
by the look of it.
Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple
Payment?
errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old Tomes in the shelves.
Oh, Tomes is still here.
Tell him it was adequate.
Oh, he'll love that.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Okay. On the off chance you haven't visited Tomes already in your playthrough, I suppose, because he was kind of out of the way. And we didn't have to visit him. We did, because I wanted to find out what it was. I assume the dialogue changes. Oh, he's got his own library now. Hello, Tomes.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On Gods and Men, a heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of one Anaximander of Canva, a renowned theologian.
Already? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts.
Now that is a tragedy.
I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head.
Oh, Omega. Ultima.
Without access
Ultima.
to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I
fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones.
Yeah.
Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Yeah.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though.
Kupo?
Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
But there is.
The twins seem well.
We know there is.
Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them.
Who were their parents?
However well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night. From some
Cid's
more than
daughter.
others, and the wounds that remain.
Who was
They are
Cid's
not
daughter? Have we met her? Is she?
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
So this is a little tour quest, isn't it? Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Guess we can go and find some mithril at some point. Is that Tyre?
Not
It
back
is.
a blink and you're already off solving everyone's
Well, at least she
problems.
survived.
It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like.
It's
myself.
still fairly obvious that there was a brand
And that's all
there.
thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter
But
from
I suppose
Gav.
as a
Otto left it
statement.
on your desk.
Not stole us. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Her hair's got longer. Which is,
Could
you know,
have thought worthy of a letter.
something that hair does over 5 years. A letter, you say? Oh, hello.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
I'm trying to see the detail on her belt, incidentally. I'm not trying to check her out. What are those? Oh, it's buckles for a sash. It looked oddly like she got a glove buckle to her belt. Oh, missives. The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives. This is where the game feels like it's going to be opening up, doesn't it, for the second act? You know, where you can go and do things. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the Hideaway. Gav lost his eye. The Republican army marches on the Empire at twin side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
To do.
Look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the Hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved
We
so
still
much
can't
more.
actually.
But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And
Voice of
every burden I
reason.
cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear.
It's the politics stuff that I quite
Crystals
enjoy in
take
these.
more than they give. In exchange for
Nice
momentary
little
comfort,
crystal theme.
we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now? Now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Yes, what happened with Joshua?
He did. He was there.
We've got his feather still.
It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
The question is,
Do you think he will ever come back?
what is it? What does it want?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
There's so many possibilities yet as to how Ultima could fit in. A creature from beyond the stars, from different dimension, from...
To a world without mother crystals. To Cid.
Teeny tiny goblets. So this is our mission for the next chunk of the game. Meanwhile, Joshua. The Northern Territories. Why Margrace? And who is
the North is lost?
Who is his
I knew that the blight
companion?
spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more.
The blight is spreading horrendously. I like the detail on that cowl, implying the phoenix
The world
feathers.
marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows.
Yes, the world is dying.
Are our efforts in vain?
At least he's ditched the hood. He's also 5 years older, as is she. I like the fact that they haven't shied away from changing the models as well, because they could have done. How old would Joshua be?
A moment, if you... My apologies. I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha from the inn. She's gone missing.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
The Gathering Storm. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.